Hey, this is Steven from Legit Tech Tutorials, and welcome back to my intermediate Unity series. I've yet to work on, we're a day late. I was working on my car in the front driveway and doing a brake change. Doing the brakes took longer than expected, so I had to do it yesterday and today. So I am doing both Ava's game and this game today. Ava's game, Construct 3 website looks to be down, so we might have to push that until Monday, which is a holiday. So today is 9/1/2019, and we're going to go into this guy. So last one we put the left-right interactive fire. What we're going to do, because we do not have all of the interfaces down yet, because we don't have all the stuff down yet, we are going to temporarily change all of this stuff out. So let's just have let's go ahead and take this out. I believe that was in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was in here. I'm pretty sure that was here. Okay, so let's get rid of this for right now. And also there is a new version of Visual Studio and also a new version of Unity, which is beta or whatever. I didn't download it. I'm running the previous version. All right, let's see if we can get all of our things back here. Uh-oh. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do this. Okay. There we go. We're back. And this thing swing clicked because we have put this guy up here. Let's get rid of this. Debug.log fire clicked. Okay, good. So that's good. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is now we're going to work with the interactable cage here. So basically no collision with this guy. Oh, I like his arm's not moving anymore. That was cool when he had that little glitch where his arm would move back and forth. Anyways, so when you go over, actually no, we will have a collider. And that collider is to know that your character is interacting with it. So it is going to have a trigger that when your character is inside, he will do that. So I'm going to say on trigger enter and on trigger exit. So as long as you're inside and you're in trigger, then you can interact with it and close the door. If not, then it disappears. So basically, I'm going to see if there's an on trigger enter, on trigger exit. So we're going to go to game controller, and we're going to put this in the game controller. So we're going to say int. Okay, so let's say here. Let me go ahead and leave that. Int. So before the statics. So let's do public. Oh, these are all statics. I think we should be okay up here. Public int cage interactable. So first we're going to start with 0, and I need to go through and comment all this stuff. It's really bad practice of doing what I'm doing, but because I'm talking about it, if I ever wanted to go back and see what my code did, I could just rewatch a video, but I really should be commenting. It would help me a lot, but you saw how quickly I picked it up after like 4 years or however long it's been. since I've coded this, so it's not that bad. The code base isn't that big, so that's where we are in good hands here. So let's go back to the editor, and let's add a trigger to this cage. Not you, the cage. Okay, the cage. Let's add component. Cage, yes. Physics 2D box collider. Is this it? No. Box collider offset point. Oh, let's do this. Okay, so let's say 0.17. Okay, offset, we're going to go down slightly in the Y. Beautiful. Go slightly up in the X, that's fine, and then slightly bigger in the Z, X, and we're going to go negative. Okay, cool. And then we're going to make this slightly bigger. Boom, there it is. Okay, and then now that we have the pivot pretty good, we could just drop this size to probably that. There it is. Alright, so we have blocks collider, and we're going to make it its trigger. No material, blah, 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 size good, everything's good. Okay. Now, we are going to go back here, and then we're going to grab something, because I always forget how to do it, but luckily we have a whole bunch of stuff. Oops. Okay, so this is the on trigger enter. So we do on trigger enter, on trigger exit. Okay, so basically we have this guy, game controller. We're going to go down to the bottom. There's no other ones. Let's go before our getters and setters. Actually, let's copy the whole thing, get rid of pretty much most of this stuff in here, but we're going to keep some of it. Let's go in here. Okay. Don't want to make it disappear. Definitely don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to eventually we'll play a sound. Don't want to do that. Okay, so this is going to be called gate, and we don't need a secondary. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to make this guy... Oh, actually we're not going to play a sound because we don't need that. Let's just say here, let's say enter gate interact. Enter gate interact. Interactable. Let's say like R is to close the gate, or like E. Let's say E interact would be the normal one, but like E is another one, or F. We could even use F. Or we could use W, because technically you're only using AD, so you could use W. Your finger's right there, so you could use that one for interacting. It's very close, very easy to get to. Print, enter gate. Okay, so now we're going to make basically this guy. Where'd he go? We're going to make this guy 1. Okay. Oh, missing something here. Okay. Oops. So we're, oh, and then this is on trigger enter. So let's see, is there an on trigger exit 2D? And of course this is a collider. Yeah, so it's on trigger exit 2D, collider 2D, other. But in this case, we're just gonna do the same thing, call this collider. This should technically be on the player. Should probably put this on the player. Character controller. And then the game controller is what's gonna actuate this stuff. So basically we're gonna have a getters and setters. Basically we're gonna have something go over here and say close gate. And if gate closed, then open gate. If gate's open, close gate. Etc, etc. Okay, so character controller, we want the cage. Okay, so on trigger exit, on trigger enter. But it's not a collide, is it? Is it a collider 2D? Okay. Yeah, so this is a collider, not collision. Collider. Collider 2D. I like it. Okay. Cool. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so that looks good. Anyways, let's clear. So let's play here and see if what we get. So it should trigger a collider. No. Interesting. So let's see, what do we have for the stamina? There was something with that. What was it? I forgot. Was it where it was on the sorting layer? It's trigger. Okay. Oh, I forgot to add a tag to this. Tag plus gate. Was it lowercase or uppercase? Yeah, it was uppercase. Gate. Bam. Okay, that's why. You gotta remember that stuff. And... oops. No. Okay, so that was one thing that it could have been. What else? Layer stamina. Layer stamina. Okay, so now basically we just have to figure out why it's doing that. Wait, did I put one? I did, right? Yeah. I forgot there was something that I didn't do. I can't remember what it was. Interesting. So how did I do that? Oh, is it not saving? I wonder if it's not saving. No, it's saved. Oh, that's where the other gate is. Fascinating. Wait a second. Oh, that's what you do. Just hit edit collider. Wait. Oh. What the? Oh, I added it, but I didn't put it on there. That's weird. Okay. Luckily, I didn't spend like 10 minutes trying to figure out what that was. Bam. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's make sure that I exit. So it's gonna change, back, change, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Bam. Okay, cool. So we have it do what we need to do is you can see down here, enter gate interactable, enter gate non-interactable. So that's with a place that it's gonna, oops, that's the place that it's gonna let us hit the key W to get it to open. Also later on the interact button. So now, basically we're gonna go in here and we're gonna say update. Wait. Is that in FireAxe? Okay, so that's in FireAxe. So basically in this guy, we're just going to have a thing where it says, hey, if you hit, and basically if you hit W, it'll close. And if it's not whatever, then it can't close, basically. Oops. And where's my update? Here's my update. Oh, so here it is. If input key. Oops. Input key W. Then we are going to set, we're going to tell game controller close gate or open gate or whatever. But let's make sure that that works first. How about that? Let's go one step at a time. Control each variable. So let's save this and let's go in here. Let's say print closing or opening gate. Okay, so let's go over here. Bang. Oh, wait. Why is it doing it so many times? Oh, this is another thing. And page interact equals 1. Then what we're going to do is in here just keep it from bouncing. We're going to reset cage interact. I think it was because I held 0. Wait, compiler error. Oops. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, so then the other thing is that we want to, when we hit that key, we want it to delete the gate and then create a new gate. But here's the deal. We need to create a prefab for that. So let's go in here, create prefab. Prefab variant. I haven't created prefab in a long time, so stay with me here. Can I send a prefab? Wait. Okay, so basically you just pull it out, pretty much. Okay, so now it's a prefab with all the same connected pieces to it. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same thing to this guy, make it the exact same size first, and we're going to move it to the, where is it? Stamina layer. And also I have no clue why it's the same color. Why it's not the same color, but whatever. Okay, there we go. There's the cage, and let's add a component. Let's add a physics 2D. Let's add a box collider. Let's add a collider. And we're gonna zoom in here. Drop it down. Drop it across. Oh, and another thing. We want the collider to be... Here's the thing. We're actually going to add two colliders. One is a trigger and one as a actual physical collider where it cannot be crossed. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have one collider here, and then this guy is basically impact collider. So let's say there. So basically what that is this is going to be impact collider. Let's see. It'll let me rename. No. So pretty much what this is this is a solid material. Your character's collider cannot pass through. Their character cannot pass through either. So then we should be able to add a second box collider around it and edit the collider. And now this is going to be the selectable area. Now, obviously, the issue is going to be if you somehow get the character to be stuck on the outside. And so let's say that this contact collider is about yay. Let's say. So basically, you have to be here in order to open back up the door, let's say. So now we have a trigger and a box. So now this is the impact box, and then this is the character select trigger. So we have to go in there in order to be able to activate it. So let's scale this a little bit too. There we go. Now we're looking good. All right. I like this trigger, perfect size, boom, perfect size. Okay, so now let's do this, and let's drop this out. Now we have prison cage closed prefab. Okay, so now we're gonna delete this out of the scene, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this guy. Actually, no, we're gonna do this. So this guy right there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pin, and we're gonna mark down that location. And the X, and obviously Z does not matter. So 2.5. Man, do not have a good pin here. Oh, forgot something. Let's go ahead and delete this prefab. Delete it. I forgot to do one more thing. Prison cage. Where's the one I just created? Okay, prison cage closed. So this we're gonna create a. Add a tag of gate, and then let's drop it back out. Okay, so again, prison cage asset here, prison cage closed, location is 2.532x, and y is 0.3678. Okay. And those are these two positions right here. So we're going to create that in the exact vector 3. Obviously, Z is 0. Z is 0. And we're going to drop that guy right there. It has all of our, should have the sorting layers good. All the colliders are good, so that should be fine. So now we have that guy here. So pretty much what we're going to do here for closing, we're going to go to the game controller. And really, another thing that we could do is we can make it an animation, but you're better off just having, a second thing or whatever. So, basically, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go in here and call this. So this should have some sort of zombie something. Zombie prefab. So this is going to be zombie prefab, and then this is going to be open gate prefab, and public transform closed gate prefab. And then here, so this is the public vector 3 starting point for the zombie. So here is going to be public. Oh, another thing is transform. And then this is going to be a vector 3. Vector 3. Open gate prefab. I'm going to call it open gate location equals new vector 3 float blah blah blah. So basically this here, right? Now we're going to do public vector 3 closed gate location equals new vector 3 blah blah. This guy is float 0. Okay, good. So now we're going to change this guy to 2.532 and this guy to 3.6 0.36 Okay, so now we're going to go back and we're going to check where this prefab is located. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this to the other side, to my other window, and we are going to change these two, and I'll show you guys that. Okay, so open gate, we are looking at 2.631, and Y is 0.285. So now basically what we are going to do in next week's video, because we are at 32 minutes and we have all of our locations, we have our prefabs, created, we have our boxes, we have the theoretical idea behind the boxes down. So what we are going to do is next video we are going to basically in this game control. Oh, and by the way, here's the new locations here: 2.631 and 0.285. And obviously Z's are 0 on both sides. And this is making sure that it converts it to a float so that it doesn't freak out. So let's do this and let's make sure should be no errors. No errors. Let's go ahead and clear this. No errors. So basically in here we're going to have it where when you destroy the door, it flips it to the other side and allows you to open and close it again. Actually, let's see. We might. I kind of want to finish it. We'll see. We'll check and see what we can do here. So this is gate, close, open, blah blah blah. Here. So this would be public void open or close gate. Actually, we don't have time. It looks like here I need to do Ava's game as well, so we'll have to. And plus, this leaves us something to do next week that I know that we need to do. So let's save that for next week. Okay, what else do we need to do for next week? We need to. What else do we need to do for next week? So eventually we need to get these two to work, so get rid of W. So we're going to make sure that this closes, and then what we need to do is have the zombies hit it. When the zombies hit it, they have to drop the percentage of it at a certain point. And basically what that's going to be is that is going to be a scalar of how many zombies are on the scene, because obviously they all move at the same speed. So when one zombie hits this gate, they're all behind them. I've been hitting the gate. So it's going to degrade that gate at a certain speed, of which is how many zombies are left on the scene. So if you have more zombies left on the scene, then it will be more. And then also there's going to be the one thing that's going to be obviously impractical in game, because it doesn't really have a big background, is going to be there's going to be a cooldown timer for the strength of that gate. So maybe up here I'll put strength of gate or some sort of dialogue box up here on the UI. So, but then again, that's another thing. It has to basically be posted there continuously, and so that's going to be another challenge. So obviously the first thing that we wanted to do is we wanted to do it through context, through the console, show that, hey, this thing is losing power, it's getting damaged, and then we need some way of displaying that above your head, or maybe even down here continuously. So one thing that we might have is, what I'm thinking is we just have it come around you rather than it pop up somewhere and out of view. So maybe we should have it up here on the HUD. So like down here have, health over here, have weapon percentage and gate percentage. So maybe just put that down there. And then at that point, then that mechanic is done, and we can move on to the next mechanic, which is to have another gate over here in the back that's non-interactable, that's all cracked or whatever. And from there you can get spears, so a metal gate, and then also one of the wooden trees. You can stand in front of the wooden trees and you could use it to craft and make wooden spears. And obviously they have different damage than the metal axe. Metal axe has more damage, but you get closer, and also you can't get it through the door, so you can't attack through the gate. So that's one, and also it lasts longer or whatever. So there's a couple things that we need to do, and then after that we pretty much have our competitive game done. Then we have to add the extra zombie class, where it's the guard class that possibly could carry a key to get in the back into the gun vault. So that is another thing also, and that would probably conclude our game. We'll have more music at that point, so maybe another 5-6 weeks. We should have this guy done by the end of the year. And I would like to have at least one game per year done. So, or at least every 6 months have a game. So that's times 4.4 weeks. 4.4 weeks times 12 times 6. That's that times 0.5. So that's about 13 hours. 13 hours total per game. So right now I can't remember what game, what point we are on here. Videos. This is 16, so 17. This is 17, so that is 8.5 hours. So we are quite a bit done. So if that's the case, then it's 13.2 hours. Technically, we would have been in a month, and so this is. Yeah, so it's basically 13 videos. So 26 hours. Oh, times 2. So that would mean 32 hours. So right now we've only done 8.5 hours. This one needs 26 hours. So we're really, really good. So that would mean every about 4 weeks. I mean, every about 3 games a year. In that case, but yeah, at least a game every 6 months. So let's finish this guy off here and move on to the next game. Alright, so thank you guys so much. Talk more about this next week. We're already at the 40-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and I'll see you guys next week for the Unity, Intermediate Unity tutorial series. Alright, take it easy. Peace.